Fred will be talking about that because he has more experience. Right? It's areas to watch out for, not to venture into.
So,
but you see, I took time. This is personal experience.
Yeah.
Personal experience. I have not read this from any book.
Yeah.
I have not. I've not been tutored not to buy land here or not to buy here. I am speaking from my personal experience as one, a real estate investment coach, and of course as a lawyer, my background.
Yeah.
Now, I have had reasons to deal on property in different parts of Lagos. So trying to even mention parts of Lagos is even difficult.
Yeah.
Of course, I'll remember Cooperative Villa area in Badore. I'll remember the experience that I had there, and I'll say, look, it's not safe to buy there. I'll think of my experience in Ibejuleki, in Alachia, okay, at Bijo GRA side. There are places that, in fact, I've been careful not to mention all of them because I'll mention the whole of Lagos.
That's exactly
I'll mention
what
the whole
I'm
of
saying.
Lagos. Because it's either the government has acquired it, the government has an interest in it, there's a scheme in it, or the Omonilers have produced a fake paper, fake survey to convince and make you, and all that. So when you look at all of this, buying a property in Lagos, you need to be very careful.
Yeah.
Okay? Some people, a person like Fred will take the shock, okay? Because he will want to finance, pay government regulatory fees, and perfect his titles and all that. How many persons if you do that one?
Should talk.
You understand? So my focus this morning, that's why he's also here, to throw more light. My focus this morning is that in Lagos, to buy land anywhere in Lagos, you need an expert opinion to give you a due diligence report.
And he's definitely going to be doing that.
Yes, you go talk your own experience. In the real estate business, people get baptism of fire. You understand? I'm very sure that when Fred started his business, I'm sure he received baptism of fire. But everybody for Lagos don't need to receive.
Yeah, very funny man. Let's go on a break. When we get back, we'll get to it. Don't go anywhere. Still listening to the Law and Property Show with Dr. Prince Joel, and I made a big blunder. How dare me? How dare she? How can I not wish him a happy birthday? Oh my gosh. It was his birthday recently, and I gotta do this. Happy birthday, Dr. Joel! Belated happy birthday. May the Almighty God answer all your prayers, grant you your heart desire, bless the work of your hands, favor you, continue to keep you safe. Amen. Your business be flourish. Amen. Do very well. Amen. All of us are going to chop you dollars. Happy birthday to you. And you're doing something special for your birthday.
Yeah, because it's my birthday week, I'm giving out 50% discounts on the mentorship program. Oh. The mentorship program is actually 150,000. At my age, I want to start giving back to the society. Yeah. We have received enough.
It's time to...
So empowerment, empowerment. So I'm doing 50% giveaway for those who will register today.
Okay.
So all you need to do is to send me a SMS on 0802055 0410.
Let's call
that number. Interested in mentorship program, myself and big names like Fred and the rest of us in the industry. Yeah. It's 0802055 0410.
All right.
Yes. And they can also join us live on Facebook.
Right now.
Yeah, the program is live on Facebook, so they can join us live on Facebook. It's Law and Property with Dr. Prince Joel.
Okay, so Dr. Prince Joel. Yes. We're streaming live on Facebook to see our guests in the studio and to also see his face, the baby man. All right, so we're going straight to the conversation. Yes. Places in Lagos.
Places in Lagos, number one, Ibejuleki. If you're buying anything in Ibejuleki, you need to shine your eyes, okay? Now, some spot holes. Yeah, I'm trying not to mention names. I will mention the whole of Lagos, so I'll just leave it at that. Now, there is Badagry, Cooperative Villa Access, okay? There is plenty, I cannot mention too much. But the bottom line for me, the takeaway here is that before you buy land in Lagos, do your due diligence. Seek for expert opinion. Avoid buying litigation. A lot of people don't use their money buying with litigation. There are experts who also absorb all this shock and they stand as the intermediaries. I hand over to Fred.
Sir. Where are we going to start from?
Well, it's a terrible thing, seriously, in Lagos State, talking about property, buying a property.
Yeah.
Like he rightly said, shine your eyes. You need to be very, very careful because of government schemes, relocation, and all the rest of it. A lot of the Omoniles, they actually do doctor their documents. Yes.
Wow.
Stamp documents.
And if you don't do your due diligence, you base your report on that. And the shocker is that they actually can infiltrate into the Lagos state government. They have their own agent there. So if you go there, they will confirm it to you. So you need to be careful. This is why it is so important when you are buying, buy from companies. Because like he rightly said, we can actually take the shock. All right? And before we buy, we also will go into due diligence, not just from the family, not just from the agent, we do up to the government. And we want to verify and verify again and again. And so when we put a property in the market, we are sure that what we are putting in the market is guaranteed. It's a major challenge in Lagos State.
It is.
So it's very scary to know that they have their people in Lagos.
No,
State.
they
So
do.
how do you know
Those
exactly?
ones are actually not
No,
employed.
they're not employed. They're not staffs.
They
They're
are
just-
just all those touts around.
They are
You know,
touts.
the touts around. If you go to land, you see them around the car
Around-
park. You see
yeah,
them
they
all
are
there.
there.
Yes, yes.
And so they have their links there that they work with.
With there.
With a fee, they can buy whatever they want. And the government is not aware of this.
Oh my goodness.
And so when you go through such, they lead you, they give you a name, go to so person, you go, and this is their own friend.
Thinking that you're actually talking to
A government official. You know, so there is need for every buyer or investor to be careful. Don't buy from individuals. You are actually buying litigation or buying trouble for yourself. If you buy from company, you have somebody to hold responsible. And most of the companies now, nobody will play into the hands of any Omonile. Right? You go through the government, get verification, do your processing, and you are at peace with them.
So that saves you the stress.
That saves you,
Yeah, I can also tell you that most of the reputable companies today went through the baptism of fire.
Fire from the beginning.
Now, can I give an example?
When you say that is so funny.
Yes,
That's true.
yes.
We won't tell you.
Yes.
We won't tell you because of course when you are starting a business, you are bound to meet all kinds of obstacles.
Yeah.
And if you are not intelligent enough, you will fall into that gallon.
So the regular scam you'll see in situations like this, especially from the experts now, it's very often they deal with communities, they deal with families, they buy land from families after doing their due diligence. The same family, the same Omonile, Kakos, they will just create problem among themselves.
They
will just create dispute. So you now imagine a situation where the company is already marketing to third parties. They don't create problem on the property. And having created problem, the third party you're marketing to begin to believe that you're selling fake products or fake property.
Not knowing that you have already taken
You've done your part.
Care of your own end.
Let me give you another typical example. There's a particular company that acquired from a community.
Yes.
Okay. And the founder of the company, or the MD of the company, fell ill. Within the period he flew abroad to go and take care of himself, as in they come back, the community don't resell the land to third person. They don't resell the land.
Especially during the layer period. All manners.
It's sold. You know? But one good thing is that Lagos State government has actually enacted this law called the Land Grabbers Act. Okay? Yes, that has actually reduced some of these things. Yes, it has reduced some of these things. Okay, for me, any day when I find anybody in all of this, I go tear the person with my hand. Anything land scam, fraud.
Because you have gone through the baptism of fire.
I have gone through the baptism of fire. My own not funny too. Even as a lawyer, I have gone through the baptism of fire. Those days when we start law practice. Yeah. You know, the more you look, the less you see. You go see CFO paper. You go they tell you a CFO. When you reach a house to go, you go discover saying a clone document.
Oh my goodness.
You know, or the one you go and buy, and there's even the funny one you buy today. You go back to chat it in 6 months' time or 1 year time. You just discover that there's a scheme on it. So any wise investor should not take that risk without an expert opinion and be very sure of who you're dealing with. It's more risky. It's more risky dealing with an individual owner, especially when the individual owner has not perfected his title.
So basically, it is better for you to do all the stress before to avoid getting into any business.
That is what you
or
need
it's
to
cheaper
hire.
to avoid the problem than to solve the problem.
No, it's cheaper. It's better to spend the money avoid the
avoiding
problem,
problem.
and that's why you need to hire an expert.
Yes, than to spend money getting yourself
Yes.
out of it.
A lot of people, Alaro Rono go greet them, pay experts to do their job.
We gotta go on a break. We have to go on a break. We'll be back. I don't think we have enough time, ever have enough time to talk about all these issues. Don't go anywhere. Stay close. Oh my
Alaro Rono go
goodness.
greet them.
It's a major issue.
It's so crazy. And people don't know these things because they are so... You know, I sent you a message then.
Yeah, we're all family matter.
My family matter. So we are trying to sell our own family house in Satellite Town, right? And we have all the papers. And I think my brother said he gave them the stuff to verify. It was my family, one of my mom's, because my parents are late. So one of my parents' friends, you know, we had to go and consult them that, okay, so what are the documents that we would need, you know, to sell this house and everything, and what do we need to do, just so we have all our ducks in a row. That's when we heard of we have to pay tax. My brother almost lost his mind. He said, pay tax from where to where? Pay tax from us. We that all of us have already calculated the money we are going to share in our head. And we are not hearing that we have to pay tax of 2 million. From which money? I said, calm down. I know somebody that I can find out from. That's why immediately I sent you a message. So we are still even waiting for the buyer to come back. He's doing his own due diligence. So you can't even hurry him up to pay or anything.
A perfect title land, but it saves you.
It
The
saves you the
hassle
stress.
of going through. The family issue.
Hey.
He mentioned something now, talking about the.
And we're live on air.
Okay.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
He mentioned something now, talking about the family stirring up themselves.
Yeah.
Saying that one of the party didn't receive a portion of the money, or they didn't pay them. As a result, you have to rebuy from them.
That is.
It happens very often.
They come very aggressive.
Yes.
It's one of the things we are facing. A family will stir up themselves, create another family, and say
this faction
that the head of the family was not part of the
was
transaction.
not part of the transaction.
So you need to pay off.
Now you need to pay them. So
Oh my
all of that due diligence, you have to. That's what we'll go through.
Very often, developers buy property 2-3 times.
3 times.
Very often, they do
Yes.
that.
And you actually go through with it? So what happens to the money you paid initially?
Because you,
No,
you have already committed a
Committed your-
third party.
Oh.
What
So
do you tell your
if
third
you have
party?
the strength, you can now prosecute them. You people like us will will do the needful and all that, but it's hell.
And it's costing you.
It's costing
doing
you more
that.
money.
They won't allow you access into the land, right? And your clients will be waiting for you to allot them.
Yes.
And then, if you are not careful, they give you a bad name.
And that destroys your reputation that
And
you're
you
trying
can't,
to build.
yeah, you can't even announce it to the client that this is what is going on. Because once you do that, they are scared.
Yes.
Or are we even looking at situations where you have concluded, tidied up everything, and you commence the processing of your
Documentation.
title, and all of a sudden government says that they have interest in the land.
Now you have to.
Meanwhile,
you have to apply for
you have
allocation
dealt
to the government.
you have dealt with third party. You don't sell.
It costs you more.
It costs
Sometimes
you
you
more.
don't make money.
So it's just better to get all your ducks in a row before anything
Before
goes
anything,
through
yeah.
to save you the stress. Okay, so we talked about Ibejuleki being the no
Yes, I've talked about Badagry.
But
Badagry.
Ibejuleki, let me explain.
Why?
Ibejuleki's interest is the government, mostly.
Yes.
because of the
Yes.
World Trade
A lot of
Zone
schemes.
and all
The
the
schemes that are coming
coming
on
up
there.
there. Okay.
And the families, on the other hand, own properties there, which is their property. Now, the
By
government
inheritance.
may have not regularized
Compensated.
with them or compensate them, and so they still claim ownership of
Ownership.
the land.
Oh.
And now you buy such land. So
Hi.
you pay family, government you have to pay.
Pay government. You have to
Double.
pay. Yeah, double.
The same amount, or there's a particular
different.
No,
percentage?
negotiation now. Yeah.
Different.
No,
You
negotiation.
probably will buy it very cheap. On the long run, the government bring their hammer on you, and you pay more.
I'm
Yes.
stunned.
So
I'm
in
totally
paying more, of
stunned.
course, you're paying because you want to regularize, you want to perfect your title,
Yes.
but you're paying double and
You're
all
paying
that.
double, yeah.
So
It's
that's why.
costing you more. Meanwhile, you've sold to a third party at a very lesser rate. So how do you recover your money?
So you're losing both
You're losing
ways.
money, yeah.
All
So
right.
this is where the due diligence
Needs
is
to.
very vital.
Very vital.
Very, very vital.
So what else should people watch out for? And places also.
Places,
to watch
no,
out for?
Lagos is big. I say you want me to
You
be-
don't want to mention
I don't say you want
names,
me to mention all parts of Lagos.
but because every part of Lagos
Has its own
That's-
peculiarity.
yeah.
Has its own
They all
peculiarity.
have their
It's
peculiarity.
either it is under it's a committed land, it's government revoked land.
But let me say something here. I think one of the things that I have seen so far with the experience I've gathered,
Yeah.
you know, land is more like the oil of Lagos State.
Yes.
And so they put all this in all the locations.
Interest.
The interest because of what they will get the IGR, to
Yes.
raise the IGR, so to generate funds.
Revenues, yeah.
All right? Not that they have interest for them to go do anything there, but they just put something on it. So for us who are developers, when we come on board, we go to them, negotiate with them, we pay them,
That's statutory fee.
yes, in order for us to own the property.
Okay.
You know, put it in the market to
Yeah.
sell. The difficulty is that you are now going through two channels, because if you go through the family alone, or you
It does not
decide
give
to
you-
go bypass the family and you go through the government,
You
Yeah.
still come back and deal with the family.
they will put litigation on it. And when a litigation is on a land, it's not a day's job. It's not 1 year, it's not 2 years. So we have to avoid that. Now, you pay the family, negotiate with the family and pay them,
Yeah.
as well as the government.
Have you at any point had to forfeit and let go of a particular property that was the trouble was too much? Maybe, you know, you paid
No,
this family, you paid that
We
family, you
can't,
just
because if you do, the third party is involved.
involved.
So you have to go through the pain of paying both parties to be able to
keep the land.
regularize the land.
But you know that the story again is also different if you're buying a clean title. If you're buying a clean title in Victoria Island, CFO clean, you know, everything clean. You do your due diligence, say go ahead. It is safer, it reduces. But the experience also shows you
That is
that
not
even
it.
while you're sitting on the anything
It's
will come
not
up.
a
Anything
very-
will happen.
It's not a guarantee.
I was reading,
the good
one
thing-
article, I think 2 days ago,
Yeah.
where the government has slammed Lagos, Victoria Island and Ikoyi with a certain fee.
Fees, yeah.
Yes, with a certain fee. The higher you go, the more you pay. And the Land Use Act, I think they've enacted it, is so expensive per square meter.
Per square meter in terms of
Wow.
the fees. It's measured by
Yes,
square meter.
by square meters. So not anymore that they will say, okay, you want to do this, it's 1 million. It's no longer like that. It's now per
Per
square
square
meter.
meters, yeah.
So the more square meters you acquire,
No, government
the
will
more
also
money you have
generate
to
a
pay.
revenue. That's another way for them to generate revenue.
so, but
It's a common man that
it's
is facing.
selling on the pocket of the investors
True.
Oh my
like
goodness.
us and the third party who have